Uncle, the duck's eating a snake. You go and check, you're like, ooh, it's not a snake.
Oh my.
Hi, my name's Shannon. I'm an urban farmer and this is my urban farm. This is our hospital tank. It's basically built out of recycled pellets, park benches. We use this for when new fish come in and they're sick. We leave them in the water here. The mussels and oysters eat all the parasite eggs and then the UV kills all the adult parasites. Basically, we get clean fish before they go into the pond outside. The hospital tank is very large, but it also folds into a very large table. This is where we conduct the classes for turning TOYOGO drawers into crab towers. This is a nice height for them. Instead of like squatting down on the floor to work the filters right there.
So from my knowledge, I know that TOYOGO doesn't sell drawers that high. Do you DIY this?
Yeah, so part of the class is we teach people to dismantle the stack of 4, take out the feet, and then put the tooth.
So if you're experienced using actually other plastic drawers?
Yeah, the walls aren't thick enough. We tried other brands, but basically what happened was once you go to a useful height, like chest level, they break from the weight of the water, or the crabs find it too easy to break out. TOYOGO is great. Actually, honestly, no complaints. Nice thing about the TOYOGO ones is you can take the whole drawer out like that.
Oh, so you actually made holes for... Okay.
Yeah. Part of the reason we're using this and not glass, right, is when you put the crabs in, sometimes they panic and they grab the edge. If they grab the edge of a glass tank, they break the whole thing. This is for the kids who want to get involved.
So you have a class for kids, for baby crabs, I presume?
Yep, so the baby crabs come in at the size of like a 5-cent coin. It lives here for like a month, then it becomes that big. This is basically the storeroom. We organize all our farm supplies. If it's a large object, you can put 1 per TOYOGO drawer.
So it seems like everything is TOYOGO.
I mean, it's convenient.
It's convenient, right?
It's at Bedok.
It's at Bedok.
So this is supposed to be where we keep all the breeders.
Okay.
So all the crabs with the really cool genetic quirks, they live here. And then that's Tina. Tina is the TikTok famous crab.
I've seen it on TikTok, the one that you did. I realized that she's missing a claw. Is this
She's missing
claw?
1 claw.
Is this hers?
No, it's not her claw. Yeah, it's like her ancestor's claw. So this tower is for the girls. The boys are here. And the reason why we separated them is boy crabs can smell girl crabs before they molt. And their instinct is to pick up the female, right, and then just hand feed her 4 days straight. And if you don't do it right, she tears off your leg and eats it.
Is this like your biggest crab?
No, second largest. The bigger one's below. So this is a mud crab. They also call them Sri Lankan crabs. So the thing about crabs, right, you got to pin them on the back between the 2 eyes. When you do, you really have to commit to the pin because that crab in his body has about as much strength as my arm. So that. Then he can't push himself up. What I have to do now is I have to get my thumb and my middle finger between his last pair of walking legs and his last pair of swimming legs. So to do that, I gotta push him forward. I am basically putting all my body weight on this drawer right now. So that's how we broke some of the other brands that we got. The drawer will survive everything up until harvest. You push down like this, the entire tower of crabs falls on you. It's a very awkward hospital trip. Try explaining it to a nurse. Like, how do you get attacked by 7 crabs? Like, oh well. Yeah, this guy is very strong. Come on, boy.
Oh, shh.
Yeah, he's big. Relative to the size of my fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna put in that claw. Get this, not my finger.
Oh my goodness.
It's not just a crush, he's pierced it. So, I know. One of the problems we've had with some of these crabs, and part of the reason why we're breeding them, is if they're too smart, we don't want to breed them. The crab figured out that if he flipped on his back, pressed his back against the bottom of the drawer, he stuck his feet to the ceiling, right? He could walk the drawer out like this.
Oh my goodness.
Which is a scary thing because
That's scary.
Not only is this house built right next to an old cemetery, right? If you're feeding the crabs at 2 a.m. and you're looking here, and then the drawer up there starts opening itself magically at 2 a.m. And then the crab jumps out and kills himself by accident.
Oh my.
So these guys are big and not very smart, which is good. This is exactly what we want, right? So that is our ducks. I'm very Peranakan and I really like my authentic kaya.
Okay.
So real kaya is made of duck eggs, not chicken eggs, because duck eggs have more fat. One duck will produce one egg every 25 hours on average for the first 3 years.
What's actually your intention of urban farming?
Nothing complicated, just farm food, feed people. That's it. Oh yeah, so boy ducks have curly butt feathers, girl ducks have straight butt feathers. There's a lot of weird duck facts that you cannot put on TikTok.
Why?
They fall off.
What do you fall?
Okay, so a duck this big has a this big. After they're done using it for the season, it just drops off. And sometimes they eat it to get the protein back. So every once in a while, I'll have a school group come in and they're like, "Uncle, the duck's eating a snake." You go and check, you're like, "Ooh, it's not a snake."
Thank you again, Shannon, for showing us around. As you guys know, Shannon does classes, how to rear farms. There's the big ones for the bigger crabs, and there's a new one for kids, or maybe even adults for the baby crabs. Classes come with the all-in package with the drawers.
Yeah.
So
So
the
you
class,
get the tower, 7-story stall, you get 6 crabs, you get the salt, you get the pumps, you get the equipment, you get a UV sterilizer so your water is clean and you all don't get weird bacteria. And you get added to a global Telegram group, so all the other people who took the class are there, you all share notes.
a whole community. Let's raise this awareness lah.
Grow your own
To
food.
grow your own food, yeah, and sustain. More info coming soon.